Sweetgreen salad starts at $14.95. Add avocado, and it goes to $16.95. But even as it sold millions of these bowls to customers, Sweetgreen has been losing millions of dollars a month. With over 200 locations, Sweetgreen is a fast casual restaurant trying to broaden the fast food market to include salads made with fresh ingredients. But building the infrastructure and logistics to accomplish this goal hasn't come cheap.
They've always sort of branded themselves as a tech company. And so they talked a lot about changing the food system. At one point, they said that they wanted to be the McDonald's of better eating. Now they've had to translate some of those lofty.
You're a ball company. You make salads. I'm so sick of everybody wanting to be a tech company. Not everyone is a tech company. Like your job is not to be a fucking tech company. Like steal my data as I buy a bowl from you, right? Over expense. Like I think I went there. It was like $16. I didn't add avocado. It was $16, and I was so dumbfounded. They want to be a tech company. Oh, come on.
Transitions into reality, and that's challenging.
This is the economics of Sweetgreen. Sweetgreen brought in hundreds of millions in investment before going public in November 2021. In an SEC filing, it reported having about 1.35 million active customers. After its IPO, its stock surged to bring the company's value to over $6 billion.
I'm obsessed.
But its market cap has since fallen to almost one quarter of that. While individual Sweetgreen
The hype is
locations are
gone. That's
profitable,
why.
the company has struggled to overcome high overhead costs. In its last quarterly report, the company announced net losses of more than $27 million.
God, what is it?
The company's costs begin with its salads.
There's a few things that drive the cost of what we do. We buy really, really high quality food from farmers we know and trust.
Most restaurants source their food through distributors, which give them access to a wide range of food at low prices. And on top of that, these distributors handle the transportation logistics. Sweetgreen, on the other hand, works directly with farms. Another major cost is labor. Sweetgreen has staff assemble meals and also do a significant amount of food prep.
Most restaurants process their food centrally and ship it out around the country. In order to maximize the taste and the freshness, we believe food should be made closer to where the guests are eating the food. So we actually make our food every day.
I will say this is legitimately one of their. This is what makes them a unique company in what they do, right? The freshness of everything. Them working with, I know Chipotle does something similar to this, but fuck Chipotle. And them working with, what's it called? Farmers directly. There are humans doing this. You know, it goes with the ambiance of like this company actually cares about your health, your well-being, your connections with others. So
Fresh in our fresh prep kitchen.
Beyond restaurant level expenses, Sweetgreen has also put a lot of money into technology.
We built out from just having a pickup channel to building our own native delivery, partnering with some marketplaces, and even building catering and our outpost business. We've also been able to integrate machine learning and AI in order to personalize a lot of the recommendations that we give you, as well as things like our loyalty program.
there's no AI.
It's built tech for customers. It's also built apps for employees to plan out how much.
As someone who's studying computer science, the AI they're using, that it's not really artificial intelligence at all. It's just maximum pattern recognition, you know? Like last time you ordered chicken or whatever the case is, let's give it. Next time, we're probably going to recommend a meal that includes some sort of a chicken, you know?
To make at different times of day. So food is fresh, but ready when they expect customers.
I would say that the founders are trying to be more disciplined now. They've also earned a lot in stock compensation. And I think there is certain amount of tech alignment thinking there. But, you know, they are coming down to earth a bit and trying to trim expenses where they can and try to become more efficient. But again, it's going to take time.
The question is how to do that without changing the parts of the business that customers care about.
Our path to profitability on a net income basis comes from a few levers. The first is continuing to grow our footprint. This year, we're opening about 35 new restaurants. Second is growing sales in existing stores, where a huge portion of that increase goes to lifting the profitability of those restaurants. The third is being very disciplined on our cost structure to make sure that the incremental profit we're making is flowing through the bottom line.
Sweetgreen.
I think when it comes to growing footprint, if that's something they care about, stop having like 5, 6 stores in the same city. Have two in the same city, and then your first focus should be uh top 20 states. Every state gets at least one Sweetgreen. So people know about Sweetgreen nationwide, rather than like it's an East Coast thing or a West Coast thing or whatever the case is. That's probably the best way to promote without really spending money on promotion, without advertisements, because this type of business does require foot traffic, does require what do you call it, customers coming in and spending money. I don't It doesn't matter how much I love sweet greens. If I'm in a state where I can't buy sweet greens, I'm not flying over to get sweet greens, you know what I mean? There are people who don't even know sweet greens exist because it doesn't exist in that state.
Closed some restaurants in cities like Boston and New York. It's also had some layoffs.
One of the challenges for the business has clearly been the pandemic and the recovery from the pandemic.
In 2019, Sweetgreen stores were concentrated in urban centers, but recently it's been focused on expanding outside cities.
I think we're going to continue to build out in the markets that we currently operate in and looking to open up 1 or 2 new markets a year for the next several years.
Sweetgreen recently hired 2 former Chipotle executives to help make its menu appeal to a wider range of customers, especially as it expands past major cities. That's important because its path to profitability centers on having enough profitable restaurants to offset overhead. To make each restaurant more profitable, it's also counting on increasing loyalty and leveraging technology. Sweetgreen has experimented with loyalty programs for years, and its most recent effort is something called SweetPass. There are a few tiers in the program. In the paid version of SweetPass, customers pay $10 per month to get $3 off one salad per day. So a customer would have to spend at least $40 on salads per month to come out ahead.
In general, restaurants are really pushing these loyalty programs because it makes a lot of sense to try to get someone hooked. It's harder to advertise to a new customer than it is to try to just keep current one coming. But, if you're going to eat that every day for lunch, that is going to add up.
Sweetgreen hasn't shared how many people have signed up for its loyalty program, which it still considers a pilot. Another key strategy moving forward is automation. In 2021, Sweetgreen bought Spice Food Co., a startup that makes automated food assembly lines. And earlier this year, it opened its first so-called Infinite Kitchen in Naperville, Illinois, where salads are assembled robotically. That enabled it to hire 1/3 fewer staff without sacrificing efficiency. Sweetgreen plans to continue rolling this out to new locations and hopes to retrofit an existing.
Oh no, they fucked it. This is, oh my god. Oh my lord, this is the dumbest shit you could do for a company like Sweetgreens. Who was running point for these guys? Oh, look, if you're going, because here's the thing, sometimes it's not what things are, it's what they appears to be. If you're going to have a goddamn machine toss my salad for me, I expect that shit to be $5. It's not, because the experience is gone. The experience of I'm going to Sweetgreens is now gone in the Infinite Kitchen. I've never been there, but I can't imagine walking into a place, have a robot. This is because it feels like a vending machine right now. Having a robot toss my salad and it still being $17. Greed. This is not everything needs tech. There are literally certain markets that benefit from human connections, that benefit from doing things the old way, because experience is what you're selling. Sweetgreens is experience, is quick, but also like I'm higher end type of thing. Now a robot is gonna be tossing my salad.
2024.
Look at this.
The biggest improvement for our customers is much faster throughput. Typically, you can order your salad and have it ready in under 3 minutes, even in a very busy store.
We believe what this will allow us to do is provide a
It's these
superior
two.
economic model.
No,
This
it
will
won't.
significantly impact and improve our unit economics, which will allow us to continue to scale in a profitable way, and over time may even give us some pricing power as we think about creating healthy food that is truly accessible for everyone.
Sweetgreen has made some progress towards profitability.
The only way the robot tossing my salad works is if that shit is extremely cheap. If it's extremely, extremely, extremely cheap. And I'm talking like $5. I'm talking max $7.50. There is no way you're going to have a profitable company that makes healthy salad. You expect people who care about their health to come in there, and the experience you sell them is vending machine experience. Vending machine notoriously tied to unhealthy stuff. Apple does this really well. Apple understands experience well. You and I have Apple products not because their software is superior, because their hardware makes you feel something. You feel great about touching the MacBook. You feel great about feeling the iPad. Those feelings are really important in everything we interact with. In restaurants as well. If I go into Sweetgreens and it's like I feel like I'm ordering from a vending machine and it's still gonna be $16, I'm never going back there. I'm never going back there. Either you sell me the experience of like, oh, I went to a high end but somewhat decent price thing, or you sell me the experience of this was incredibly cheap and it was gonna get me through the day. But the experience was shitty, and I didn't really need to focus on the experience because if a machine is doing the cooking or the tossing of the salad, you want that person in and out. That's it. A coffee company working this way would make sense because like I want to drink my coffee while I walk to school class or while I go to work. That's understandable. When I'm having lunch, I want to sit down and eat lunch there. I'm not gonna sit down and eat lunch there when there's no one making my lunch. There's no reason to, because the machine tossing my salad is telling me I need to get out of here. So I will get out of there, and I'm never coming back unless the shit is $5 and I'm eating it in my car.
Last quarter, the company announced it was profitable for the first time, though this comes with some qualifications. Sweetgreen is only profitable based on a measure called EBITDA, which excludes a variety of costs such as taxes, acquisition costs, restructuring costs, and stock-based compensation. It's a measure that's popular with tech companies, but doesn't follow generally accepted accounting principles.
It's a pretty heavy list of things that aren't included, but by doing this, I mean, they can say that they just had their first profitable quarter, which is in Q2, and they want to show some progress to investors. And I think that does show a certain magnitude of progress, but it's not all the way there.
I wonder who
The
invested
company,
in
though,
these
is
companies,
confident
though.
that it can become a national business based on three things.
Okay.
It creates a new category in the market, has capital to expand, and maintains a loyal customer base.
New category. What category is that? Over expensive bar food? Like this is a buffet. What?
These sweet
What was the other
greens,
two?
all three of those
Hold on, let's go back real
ingredients.
quick.
It creates a new category in the market,
It's
has capital to expand, and maintains a loyal customer base.
You see sweet greens having
the last one. The loyal customer base are people who care about their health and well-being. Those people don't want to go to a restaurant or get lunch from a place that makes them feel like they're getting food from a vending machine. That's what I'm saying. The experience you're selling is extremely important. It is extremely, the experience you're selling is extremely important. The people you're selling, you need to understand the people you're selling to. Whoever is running Sweetgreen does not have, is not talking to customers. I care about my health. I care about how fit I am. I care about making sure that I'm doing the best I can for my body. I'm going to Sweetgreens. I'm going to these Chipotle instead of like Arby's. If I can't then go in there and then find like vending machine doing my food. This it's not the I'm mentally I don't want to go back there anymore. The experience has been ruined.
three of those
I'm not going.
ingredients as we move forward.
I think there will continue to be challenges as we scale, whether it be how we scale our supply chain, how we scale our technology, how we scale our leadership. But I think the big thing is proving that this type of offering can work all around the country.
I think they're pretty honest that they're trying to become a more mature business now. And, for a young company founded by young founders, that makes sense that that's a little bumpy.
Okay, the only thing I would say is they're not focusing enough on ambiance. They're not focusing enough on selling the idea of Sweetgreens to, because here's the thing, they're trying to go too big too quick in the sense of they're trying to get more customers. They don't have loyal customers right now. You need to build loyal customers. Sweetgreens, your loyal customers are going to be a bunch of people who care about their health. Bunch of people who care about their health do not want to go for lunch to Sweetgreens and watch a robot do their lunch. That is, it feels like I said, a vending machine, a quick, hot and ready type of meal. In America, those type of meals are known for not being healthy. You got to stay away from that. And like I said, sometimes it's not what things are, it's how they appear to be. And a robot doing my lunch is gonna appear that, there's not a care in that. The company's just trying to sell me quickly. Like they don't care about the customers. They're just trying to like a quick turnover rate of customers. Like you get in, get out, get in, get out. A company that's selling food cannot do that, especially a company that's selling healthy food and their customers are going to be people who care about their health. I think you got to get away from the robot thing, man.